Hello and welcome to another episode of Rice's Reviews. Today we are going to look at the Amiami pre-orders for September. So here we go, there's a lot this month. So first up we have TV anime Puniru wa Kawaii Slime Cute Garu Puniru 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Wave for 18,800 yen. First off, I'm going to say right away, I love this faceplate she has right here, it's so good. So, I only know Puniru from the music. I haven't really watched it itself, but I do like her design. She's very cute. If I got this, I would never take it off this, like, easy mode or faceplate. It's great. The other one she has is kind of more typical Puniru with her little winky face. Yeah, that's not happening. There's not a lot to this figure though. She's very small. I kind of like what they did with her hair. It has like this weird, almost like soap aesthetic, which is good because I believe she is made from soap. So they really did a good job. Like if you remember those like little like soaps your parents would have where you can like poke holes in them and stuff. That's like the texture of this is to me. The stand is cute. It's just some hiragana. I can see gan something, but it's not bad. It kind of sits weirdly, I think. Oh, she also has some little designs in her hair. She has her little hat too. The outfit itself, I can tell it's one of those outfits that you can see there's a big seam right here that's gonna just click together in an awkward way. But I do like the texture of it. And it's very cute. This is a nice, cute little figure. Does you never run a face? Oh, she has another face. She has 3 faces. But so yeah, this is a pretty good value for your money. You're getting all these face plates. She's very small, I imagine. So the 1/7 of her is probably going to be a lot smaller than 1/7 of that you're usually looking at. But oh well, cute figure. Up next we have Rurodo Line Pastel Oniku version complete figure 1/7 for 23,800 yen. Oh, it's a YouTuber I'm unfamiliar with. Alright. There's a good look at her right here. So it looks like... Does she have 2 faceplates? No, just the one. I like her expression and this outfit. It's really cute. It's almost like... It is pajamas, but it's also like... not just super simple pajamas. It's got these really big sleeves with these big puffs right here, and like the under part and the over part. And she's got, looks like she is a lion, and she's got like a little like band on the end of her lion tail, which is really cute. I like the pose. The stand is really nice too. I do like this character design. Her hair is nice as well, and she got these little, I guess that's probably like her mascot in her hair too. I like her little shoes too. They got like little paw prints on them. They're not super detailed, but they're still very, very cute. She's got a little bit of a little razor right there to help her with the pose, but no big deal. Yeah, this is a cute little figure. 23,800 yen. Yeah, probably one of the only ones this character is gonna get. So nice. Up next we have a very blurry bonus Neptunia X Senran Kagura Ninja World Purple Heart / Black Heart Kimono version dual figure set 1/7 complete figure pre-order single shipment by Katakawa Game Linkage for 59,400 yen. Oh boy, it's a lot to unpack here. Okay, so first off, it's the type of stand where they're like laying on something, and usually like their clothes are kind of like a flat piece that sits upon the, yeah, like you'll see like right here, and they'll sit on the base like that. So I guess this would be Purple Heart. I don't know. There's a lot going on in this area. You got like the hairpins and the 2 flowers. I would have liked this design to be more asymmetrical and only one side has the flower and these little bells, but it ends up looking like a lot. I just kind of wish she didn't have that part and maybe just had like the the pins and then this on one side. It just makes it look a little bit color. I do like the big braid she has going on all the way there. And it looks like she's inking something, but this doesn't look like a pen to me. It's just too weird looking. But maybe this is just a skill issue on something I don't know about. The yukata itself looks nice enough. I like the big bow part, and the pose is good. So I guess if you're counting both of these figures as, let's say, yeah, 2,000 yen each, and then 1,000 for the stand, or 10,000 for the stand. That's kind of what we're looking at here. Yeah, the colors look nice. Okay, so that's her by herself, and then we have her friend. There we go. So yeah, she's also appears to be, yeah, or is this a smoking apparatus? I'm not too sure. But she just has the one side of the hairband. I think it looks nicer. But the accessory itself doesn't look really good. It kind of sticks out poorly. Again, I think maybe both these figures would be improved if the accessory wasn't there. But whatever. I like the colors in this one a bit more. The sculpt of her itself is fine, but nothing incredible. But yeah, I just really like the colors, and then the fans on the ground here, and then you see it drapes all the way over there. And then there they are together. So I guess they just come with their own cushion each, and they just have them like overlapping slightly. So you're basically getting two different figures, and they're calling it one figure. So yeah, I don't know about this one. This one, if you are a big fan of both of these IPs and you like both these characters, maybe this will strike. But yeah, I don't know about this one, especially at that price. Up next we have Prisma Wing, the case study of Vanitas Noe 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Prime One Studio for 44,450 yen. Looking at this without right away, I don't think this is worth that much money. I just don't see it. Let's take a closer look. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, hold on. I don't love the sculpt here, like on the hair and face. Like maybe it's just the art style of Vanitas here, but it just doesn't look like the amount of the figure worth that you're paying for. That could have been worded better. Let's see if I can get a closer look at that stand. No, they're not letting me look close to that stand. Like, I understand that the point of it is to make it rustic, but it ends up looking kind of just bad. And I don't love the angle here. I don't know. You also get these little butterflies and the little like Cheshire cat here, but he looks alright. He doesn't look bad. But I just don't see 440,000, you know, like $450-ish Canadian worth of figure here. I see maybe 350 at the most. But the gear, I just don't love the look of the gears, even though I get what they're going for. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just this character design too is also, I just don't super love the sculpt. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's worth the money for me, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Up next, we have bonus exclusive sale Wuthering Waves Metheus series Changli Under the Umbrella Glance version 1/7 scale figure pre-order from Kuro Games for 28,460. So is Kuro Games who makes Wuthering Waves and their sculptor? No sculptor name? So they are making this in-house? Huh. Or something? Okay, let's look at her. Okay, I really think this is a very pretty design. I like the hair kind of fading to white here, and the little tassels, and with the I'm trying not to factor in this background. I hate when figures have these kind of backgrounds. Let's try to find it isolated from that. Okay, I can't, but here, this is a better profile right here. Okay. Yeah, her face looks good and well sculpted. The hair looks good. The umbrella looks pretty good. She's got some swords. She's got this like fire design. I don't know if that's meant to be a little bit more like to pop out a bit more, but I don't mind how it looks. And she's got a bunch of like so many different clothes going in every direction, hair strands going in every direction. And I think it kind of works. I don't love these product images. They're not really letting me see what I want to see. Okay. And so she's got some nice shoes and some more of those tassels going every which way, and she has her weapon down here. So yeah, I think this is pretty good for 20,000 yen. And does it come with this bridge actually as a stand? Yeah, that's a nice stand if it works well. I see there's like a support peg right here and just sits on there pretty well. For 20,000 yen, this is a pretty good deal. Unproven figure stability, maybe. It's a company I've never heard of, maybe, and they're maybe making it in-house, or they just didn't list the sculptor. But yeah, I hope this goes well. Up next, we have Nori Pro Inuyama Tamaki Unicorn outfit Jirai style version 1/7 complete figure pre-order. Single shipment by A Dimension for about 20,000 yen. Let's take a look at her design. Straight out of the gate. So I imagine she normally doesn't have the unicorn horns as part of her design, and it's just like this is a unicorn outfit. Kind of like going off the basis of like, I don't know, the unicorn frappuccino. I don't like the band-aid down here. I kind of don't like the unicorn part incorporated into it. I think it should be cuter without this headband. Maybe it comes off. But I like the rest of it. I like her pose. I like her sticking out of her tongue. I like this little frappuccino or parfait she has here. I like the simple, like her sitting in a little chair kind of type of stand. It's like like a soda bar or a bar stool. The design of the outfit overall is not super my thing, but it is cute. It's maybe just a group of colors that don't exactly work for me, but they definitely could work for other people. And she doesn't look like she has any additional supports or anything, so it just looks like it flows nicely. I like the big shoes. Yeah, not a bad figure. I think comparing it to the last figure we looked at in the same price range, this figure is a little bit worse, but oh well. Ooh, more Shujo Chikara figures. Next up, we have Utao Hoshina School Uniform version 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Kotobukiya. So it has the same thing as the last Shujo Chikara figure with the little like butterfly stand. It's fine. There's nothing too extraordinary about it or bad about it. I like her face and pose. It's very like frumpy, but they really capture like the mid 2000s, kind of like 2007-ish, 2006-ish style here. And I love her dress. It's really, really cute. And I love the frills. Like the sculpt on it isn't incredible, but I still respect the way they try to make these like older character figures stick out, like work with their old designs, but still look like a modern figure. And I think they've done a good job, especially with the hair here. Anime hair used to be a lot more like just like this, like more rigid and unrealistic. And I don't know, it just works. And it looks really good. It's a very simple figure, and you might argue that like the previous figures you saw gave you more for the money, but like this is just such a vibe, and I appreciate these like older stuff getting figures. And I've always loved this character's design. She's just so cool. Seraphic Charm. Nice. Up next we have bonus Katie Cole Calf third singing form Tsubame 1/7 complete figure pre-order Karakawa. Okay, so I know Calf is like a virtual singer, Utaloid or whatever you want to call her, but Utaite rather. I know she like kind of has like a storyline going on with her, so I could see how this like third form could arise. I think she might actually be in some anime too, but okay, I'm a little confused. Does this backdrop here, it just comes with the figure? Bonus, A4 size background clear panel. Yep. So you get this background and you hang it behind her in this exact formation, and then you get this effect. And I imagine with the right lighting this can look really good, but it's not going to work for everybody's figure setups, and the most figure people I know wouldn't have a way to display this in a way that would be satisfactory. So I think you kind of have to have an idea of how you're going to have this work. Like looking at a D12, I guess you'd have to hang it from the rung above it, like the shelf above it, and have it hold down and have her positioned right in the right way. But then the lighting is probably, yeah, this is a tall ask for this, but if you look at the figure just herself, it kind of feels weird that she's like motioning to this thing that doesn't exist. Huh. I've never seen a figure go for something like this, so it's very interesting, but I just don't know how much in execution this will work. But okay, we'll just ignore the backdrop for a bit and move on. Okay, so the sculpt on her is all right. I really like her eyes. The hair is okay, and I like how the clothes slowly become that backdrop that you saw earlier. The outfit is pretty basic, and she's not really doing much, and it looks a little awkward next to nothing. But yeah, like if you get this full effect here, it looks pretty sweet. So I think if you're a big Calf fan, you'll find a way to make this work. But I think like the fence sitters for this will have a hard time maybe making that backdrop work. But I'm really excited to see some displays of people having this work in a cool way. So I think this is a very interesting figure at the very least, and that's a good thing to be. Up next is bonus Honkai Impact 3rd Kiana Hersher of Finality Selenic Ripples version 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Mythios for 25,920 yen. So we got like a coral base here. So I imagine the texture, I know exactly what texture this coral is going to feel like and look like from previous figure experience, and I'm okay with it. It kind of reminds me of like, you know, like when you buy a fish and you put those things at the bottom, like that kind of texture. But I think this is better done than like something like the Deep Sea Girl Miku figure from days past to like represent water in a cool way. And like she's very like clearly in water just from her pose, because it wouldn't work any other way. But that leads me to a question: where are the support poles? Okay, is she honestly just, are they using this as the support? Or just this part right here is like the sole support, and then her shoe clips into one of the coral? I don't know, but it almost does look like her shoe goes right into the coral here, but I'm not too sure. And I do see some kind of support right here that they're trying. Yeah, it goes up to right here. Okay, I got an idea how they're supporting this, and it's clever, and they hit it very well. Yeah, that goes right onto the coral. Okay, let's look at the figure itself now that we've got the mysteries away. She looks very, very pretty. I've not seen this character before, but very good design. She got like the misty, like purple MiHoYo eyes that they love to do. I love the hair and how it goes back very like it's actually in water. And she's actually wearing something that you'd want in water. Swoop. And then the back, it's got everything flowing very nicely, and the sculpt looks great. Yeah, this is like another good Mythos figure, and the way they're using the stand is very impressive. And what was it again? 25,920? Yeah, that's not too bad. I like what you're getting for what you're paying here. It looks really good. Up next is Goddess of Victory Nikkei Little Mermaid Abyss Flower 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Hobby Sakura for 33,660 yen. I like that we're getting the 2 water figures. This character's name is honestly just Little Mermaid. Okay. That's great. I like that we're getting the 2 water figures right next to each other because I can compare them. And I want to see that base. Let me see that base. Okay, there we go. So this one's not going for as extravagant of a base. It has like this one piece of coral here. And you see a bunch of like different, like, I don't know what this is, but it looks like it's supposed to be holding down the dress. And also the dress is the stand, maybe? Or she's plugged in here and plugged in there. No, I see where she was. Yeah, right here is what she's actually sitting on. I like this design a lot less than the previous figure. I don't like these drill hair points right here. Her hair does look nice when it gets down to the purple at the end, but otherwise I'm not a big fan. And like, I don't know, I just don't vibe with this one much. I think the last one was a lot better of a value and a better looking figure. But I do like the purples. I'm always a big fan of the purples. And also another product where like I can't see it without the backdrop. And also those little white balls everywhere are not bad. I just don't love her design very much. Very Nikkei. Yeah. I don't like this one as much as the last water one. Up next we have another Wuthering Waves Verena 1/7 complete figure pre-order this time by Hobby Sakura. So it looks like this one's not made by whatever their in-house modeling is. For 20,790 yen, but still keeping up that good price. I actually do know this character. And I vibe with her design. It's very like, kind of like a combination of other gacha characters in my opinion, but whatever. Okay, so the way the stand has like the nature or vines grow is very cute. I like all the flowers and little different, like, you know, nature looking stuff all around. Words escape me at the moment. Very clearly, just at the front, this sculpt looks really nice. I think her hair looks really cute. I think her facial expression is very cute. This character's outfit is not my favorite thing in the world. Again, it kind of just looks like Nihida, but not as good. But I do think there's a big difference between Nihida when you look at her face. But I prefer like the little dress of Nihida compared to this kind of like wrapped, segmented dress they got going on in those. It's hard not to compare these designs in some way. But I do like, but also Nihida barely has any figures or 0 figures, and this girl's getting a figure, so what can you say? I also like the yellow wrapping to green here, that's very cute. Yeah, nice cute looking figure. I like this character's design well enough, but actually looking at the sculpt of her face, it doesn't look great right here. Maybe it's not as good as I thought. It's okay. But also it's still not a bad price at 20,790 yen. So, and also Wuthering Waves is getting figures, whereas Genshin is not. Up next we have Hatsune Miku X Amashiro Natsuki 1/7 scale figure pre-order from Furyu. I don't know what it is, but they just keep making really cute Miku figures. This is like not comparable to some of the Miku figures we've seen recently that are super good, but it's just really cute. She's got like the Nekopara maid thing going on, but she's cuter than most Nekopara characters because it's Miku. Stand is pretty basic, but I like the different colored stocking bows. I like her little cute little maid dress with just like the little bit of skin showing in between. But yeah, it's pretty basic, but it's still just a cute idea. Miku's so cute. I love it. It's very cute little maid cat girl thing. Good job, Miku. And up next we have Blue Archive Moe swimsuit 1/7 scale figure pre-order from Fuyu for 18,920 yen. Never been the biggest fan of this character's design. I also like it more when artists, like, I imagine this character to be a bit more chubby, and she seems to be pretty skinny here. And also, does she not have the ability to put her glasses on? Like, the appeal of this character is the glasses, in my opinion. I'm not even a big fan of anime girls with glasses, but like, that's what this character needs, and they took them off. That's wild to me. Like, I don't even want to look. The halo looks bad too. I don't even want to look at this figure. I can't believe they took her glasses off. She just looks like some other anime girl with that you've seen with a underboob shirt and a little torpedo, but they take away her glasses and they put them on her shirt. But if you can't put them on, can you put them on? No. This is awful then. Get her out of here. Next is Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. Alia 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Fuyu for 20,900 yen. I never got around to this show. I like the concept, but it seemed a bit skeevy. But I do think she is a very cute design. Very simple, very cute. I don't think I've reviewed a figure of her yet. I could be wrong. This is a desk figure. We've seen these before. But it looks pretty decent, you know. They didn't skimp out. They have all the parts of the desk you would need. Even the bag holder. Does she actually have a bag to hold on it? No, but that's okay. So she's looking very like flirty, as she does, but it's very, very simple. It's just her sitting at her desk, which I imagine is most of the show. I don't know if this is exactly a show that takes place like 60% in the classroom or more, but it is very cute. But not much to say, right? It's just a cute little Alia figure for well priced. I think it will sell pretty well, and it looks pretty nice. Up next, we have Movie Gridman Universe Rika Takarada Axe Grid version 1/7 complete pre-order from Design Coco. Alright, I love Rika. She has a great design. They kept the part intact, maybe a little bit smaller than usual, I don't know, but she got her thighs still. She's got some support pegs for her like Gridman parts, but they look really cool. I like how the leg, she's like in the middle of putting it on, and she's got like the mecha bottom, but the top is still out like that. Looks very nice from behind. The support pegs don't bother me much here, and the stand has like some kind of like transformation sequence effect going on. It doesn't look incredibly amazing, especially with the support pegs, but it doesn't look terrible. And the sculpt on her looks very, very good. She looks cute as usual. I like her little goggles and the little dress. Yeah, this is not bad at all. We've seen a lot of Rika figures, but this one looks pretty cool, and it's also, I like how this is a figure that incorporates the mecha Gridman part better than other figures of her. You're definitely paying for that, and is that worth it? The price difference from other Rika figures? I guess that'd be up to you. I think there are a lot of people who really dig the mecha part, even though it has some stipulations like the kind of like the lackluster looking stand with the support pieces and effect piece, but oh well. Up next is bonus Acacia, I don't know how to say that one, Maho Shoujo Renge-chan 1/6 complete figure deluxe edition pre-order by Omaha for 21,840 yen. Okay, so I don't think I've seen many figures of someone like in a boat or a ship. Her herself, she looks fine. Like, I think that her design is pretty boring. Is this series title? Snowbreak Containment Zone. You got me. Sounds like a city builder, like Frostpunk. So like, yeah, she looks fine. Or I don't think her design is like super inspired, but I kind of dig the boat thing. But how does the boat look? What? I'm confused. Okay, so imagine you get the boat and the other. So bonus pillow, and you also get the umbrella, lotus, carpet, ship, teapot, lotus bonsai, pull-out lunchbox. Okay, so you get both of the options here, and it looks like there was a figure released without the boat. Okay, but just having a boat is very unique on its own. There probably is another figure with a boat, but besides the boat ship girls, but I still really like this. I don't think the accessories look like really amazing. Like looking at the teapot right here, I think the sculpt on her clothes look alright and her hair looks alright, but it's not a bad price for what you're getting, so I think this is pretty good. Up next is Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus, My Sakurajima Jellyfish 1/7 complete figure pre-order by Design Coco for 26,950 yen. Okay, so this is a weird one because these water effect pieces I usually don't like, but I think it kind of works here. Like with the jellyfish aesthetic they're going for. And also like the jellyfish makes sense with Bunny Girl Senpai. So I don't think is my favorite like sculpt of Mai I've ever seen. I don't really like her face here. But and this clothing is very simple, but I do like what they were going for. And it's very like misty and dreamy. Yeah, some good notes here, some bad notes, but not bad overall. Up next we have Katie Cole, Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Season 2 Eris Boreas Grey Rat Lingerie version 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Katakawa for 17,820 yen. I don't like how uncomfortable she looks here, or like maybe she's like doing the thing where she's like flustered that she is doing this, but she wants to be, you know. I don't like the panties are showing, and they're also like a weird texture from the look of it. But the sculpt of it is not bad, and the dress is not bad for 17,820 yen. You get this clear stand, and they're spending most of it on like, you know, this area here that they want you to look at. But yeah, this makes sense with Mushoku Tensei, and it's not the worst thing ever. Up next we have Kake Gurui Mary Saotome complete figure pre-order by Union Creative for 24,540 yen. Okay, I get what they were going for here, but she looks like the Joker from The Dark Knight or something, or like one of the Joker's victims from The Dark Knight. She's like, looks, I hate it. I hate the mouth here. It's so bad. Like, I'm gonna look at the rest. They have the card effect pieces here. It looks good. And the card effect pieces up here, they look good, but I get what they were going for here. I just don't think it looks good on a real figure. Yeah, and like the sculpt is fine and the hair is decent, but yikes. Can't get over that. Up next is Goddess of Victory Nikkei Quincy Escape Queen 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Good Smile Arts Shanghai. Character name is Quincy. Yeah. Alright, so she's like a thief of sorts. So she's doing like the shaft head tilt. This pose is super ridiculous. Her butt and breasts are gigantic, as Nikkei does. I like that there's actually like something she's stealing here as part of the stand. That is cool. I'm trying to like logic out how she would come in this position. So she's like going down her rope, and then she's like, as she's going down, she's looking backwards at her prize that she's stealing. But I just think it looks so stupid. Obviously, what they were going for here, I think they accomplished. They wanted the boobs to face 100% up, and the butt to be this part, and then you get this 85-degree angle back tilt. That looks crazy. I like her hair. It's really cute, and her face looks cute. I bet you this character is cute. But yeah, they definitely went for something here, and I'm glad they did. And I hope the best for them in their future endeavors. Up next is Overlord Solution Epsilon 10th Anniversary Sobin version 1/8 complete figure pre-order from Alter. This is an Overlord figure? Okay. I've never watched much of Overlord, so maybe this is just a character who is not broken into the mainstream like Albedo and Shaltir. But looks like she might have some kind of like melting power or liquid power, I don't know, that they're like putting through this effect piece. And it doesn't look terrible, to be honest. She's got like the villainous 6 drill hair, and she's got this like kind of maid, kind of knight outfit going on, almost nunny at the same time, and also like the liquid blends into the armor at the bottom here. It's a lot. That looks really cool. I think they kind of made this effect piece work well. It looks goopy. It looks good. Yeah. Oh, she's got more than 6 drills. She's got a lot. But yeah, this is cool. I imagine this is like some bad guy they fight, or maybe they are the bad guys. So maybe this is like a good guy they fight, or maybe this is someone they enlist. I don't know. But it looks cool. Not my favorite like character design. That's just a matter of preference. And I don't think the sculpt looks amazing. They spent a lot of time making the like melting effect work with the armor, and that's the part they were trying to make look good, and it looks good. Up next we have Katie Cole's Supersonico Konosuba God's Blessing on This Wonderful World Megumin collaboration version. Now I was thinking Megumin's looking a little weird. By Katakawa for 21,780 yen. So if you ever wanted Sonico in Megumin's outfit, here you go. It is Sonico in Megumin's outfit. Yeah, it looks pretty standard sculpt. She is too big for the outfit. I think she looks a bit awkward in it altogether. I don't think the outfit looks really well sculpted either. Is it these images just suck, or is her face sculpt also bad? Maybe these images are so. No, her hat fell away, and she's got. Oh, did she have 2 faceplates? Yeah, she's got two faceplates. She just looks weird in this outfit. I don't know. Ugh. Yeah, I hate the face sculpt actually. Just her giant breasts escaping into the wild. I don't know. This is a miss for me. Next is My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu Completion Iroha Ishiki Starry Dress version 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Shibuya Scramble Figure for 23,100 yen. Okay, so we got this like little like diamond stand that I really like, and it has like the different colors on it. Her design is really basic. I've seen this character before, but they really tried to like make it work with this figure. It's really pretty. Again, like I like the little black star dots all over. I've always liked these kind of dresses on figures. She's got like the big bow at the back, and she got like the diagonal slit here, or not slit, but like, you know how it goes down diagonally. And she got these cute bracelets, but her design like almost doesn't seem like her face doesn't like match the outfit. I guess it's just it just doesn't look 100% amazing, but she looks really pretty, and it's a nice little snafu figure for a girl who doesn't get many figures. It's not bad. Now a girl who does get figures, Fate Grand Orders, Final Singularity, Grand Temple of Time, Solomon, Mash Creelite, 1/7 complete figure pre-order by Shibuya Scramble for 35,200 yen. Okay. So they're trying this like really like bombastic, like effect piece of her protecting everybody, because that's what she does with her giant shield. And I think it kind of works here. The reason why is because, first off, there's the option to not have it, which is good. I like how like worn her shield looks, like it's gone through a lot of protecting. It looks just so badass, and it's because its size is very incredible. Again, the wear and like the different like insignia and the writing on it. If there's I'm sure I'm also naming her weapon wrong. I'm not a fake Grand Order player, but I know a little bit about MASH, but this just looks really cool. And with the effect piece, it just, yeah, you have to like suspend your disbelief, but it still looks really cool. And you set this up well with some good lighting, this is going to look incredible. And I also think the stand does a lot to sell the impact of the blast, and how she's like looking back to make sure that her friends are protected. I don't know if this is like some like sacrificial moment of hers, but and she's like smiling. It looks great. I really love this concept here. I just love it. This lighting they're using here is just fantastic. This is worth 35,200 yen. Great figure. Up next we have B-Style, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, Mai Shiranui, Oren no Mai, Akasuzumi complete figure pre-order by Freeing. Freeing, you chose the wrong time to show me a Mai figure. I'm not particularly fond of this person right now for their crimes in Street Fighter 6, but I also think the sculpt looks, maybe I'm just used to seeing her Street Fighter 6 design where her face doesn't look like this, but I'm not a big fan of the face sculpt. It's a Freeing figure, so they got all our proportions right as they do, but like, I don't know, something about, I do also like that she's not like insanely skinny. That's a good plus side of this one. Maybe at the waist she's still a bit too skinny, but yeah, just the face and the hair here do not look good. I've always, when it comes to like those KOF like bang separations they've always kind of looked bad on figures, and they can't really do anything about that, but it is what it is. Yeah, it just doesn't look good. And yeah, nerf Mai, please. See you later, Freeing. Oh, we have another King of Fighters character, SNK Bishojo, the King of Fighters 97 Orochi Shermie 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Kotobukiya for 16,720 yen. So this is a lot cheaper than Mai, so it's also not by Freeing, so that helps. This is like a signature Shermie pose, and I like how big her legs are, especially in this angle right here. Obviously it's Shermie, so you don't get to see the eyes. I imagine they didn't even draw them into the figure. I wonder. I just, if you can just like look under the hair a bit, and that kind of helps a bit, but it's also maybe why I would never buy a Shermie figure, just because there isn't usually no eyes. But it's not bad. This is only 16, what was it again, 16,720. I have some issues with the stand. I have some issues with the sculpt of the outfit here, but otherwise it's not terrible. It's good to see Shermie getting stuff. I hope Athena gets a good figure from this series. Up next is the Katie Cole Fate Khaled Linner Prisma Ilya 3-Ray Ilya Seville Von Eisenberg 15th anniversary version pre-order from Katakwa. I saw this figure earlier today, and I have some issues with it, but I think the problem is like Ilya looks really cute. Everything else about the figure is bad. The halo looks like, I think we've seen some bad Blue Archive halos that have this effect. It doesn't look good. The support pole is bad, but it's the only way this figure works, because that's the way they designed it, but it's still bad. And then she has this like back piece that you have to lean against something, and then she has these kind of awkward looking effect piece wing type thing. But the thing is, she and her wings, like the actual normal wing, and her dress look really nice. It's just everything else about this figure I think looks bad. Where does that leave this figure? Probably somewhere in the middle. Maybe like you can wait for like a pre-owned and just not display the halo if you can, and just deal with the awful support pole. But there's just too many bad things about this figure that, even though Ilya looks really good and really cute, I just love like all the use of white and blue, and like the underneath parts to every part being blue to her the white is so good, but just the parts that aren't Ilya look so bad. So that's it's an unfortunate. Up next we have Katie Coley Love Live Ellie Isa Love Live Days 5th anniversary version 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Katakawa for 22,770 yen. I can't believe we're seeing an Ellie figure in the year of our Lord 2025, but here we are. 2013 Project Love Live Read and Weep. It's pretty basic. I do like the use of like the different colors involved. It kind of really brings out Ellie's like blonde hair, and I like the dress is like white and blue tassels, and like the bouquet itself looks fine. It's got again a lot of good use of colors. I think they've used every right color in this bouquet, and I like her little shoes. This like almost reminds me of a facsimile of the Alter Love Live figures that came out all those years ago, but it's like not quite as good. I do really like this outfit though. It's really cute. It's just cool that like Ellie collectors from back in the day will have like one more decent Ellie figure to add to their collection. This is not bad at all. Nice to see. And we have Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club Shizuku Osaka 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Plum. So more Love Live, but a more recent one for 21,500 yen. Shizuku is like one of my, I don't know, I don't really care about her from the Nijigasaki characters. I don't dislike her, but I always found her to be pretty plain, and I still think that with this figure. I like Ellie's outfit more. I get what she's going for with his outfit. It's very like theater, and that's her thing. I do like this like over part and this under part, how they work together, but I don't super love the sculpt of them. And her face just is not doing much for me. The stand, I wish she was like looking more center instead of like looking off into nothing. Yeah, I just don't like this figure as much as the Ellie one we just saw. It just looks a little bit worse to me. The Goddess of Victory Nikkei Noir and Blank Bunny X 777 version 1/7 complete figure pre-order, single shipment from Alter. Okay, these are like two of the most like basic designs I've seen in a while. They're like, but I get when you get put in a bunny girl outfit, you get reduced to a very basic design, but they don't, just design wise, they don't do a lot for me. But we'll look at the figure. I think the stripper pole with like the whole floor with the money and everything is a very like brave and realized design. I don't think they're doing a good job on the stripper pole, especially because like both one of them's on the ground and she's not even really part of it. But this is also gonna be pretty large, and I like how they both fit them on it, even though they're not, again, using the stripper pole well. But and how their like boobs are mashing together. Yeah, it looks good. It does look good for the people who want this, and that is good. And I imagine this will actually sell pretty good, because you're getting two figures for a good 2 1/7 for a pretty good deal from Alter, so not bad, but just not for me. Alright. Honkai Star Rail Diorama Ruan May Past Self in Mirror version complete figure pre-order from Mythios for only $100. This is another kind of wild concept today. It seems to be a lot of those. I think it looks creepy. in a weird way. I don't say it about figure, and I don't mean creepy in like the way I usually mean it. I mean like creepy as in like scary. I just, it's just hard to parse. So the hair, the way they did like 2D and 3D into this figure is really interesting. But who's gonna buy this is my question. Like, you gotta display, like, it's a conversation starter, that's for sure. And I think the pieces that are, so is she, can I touch, like, is this part tangible? Like, it goes deep into the figure there and you can like touch the bottom figure with your finger? I imagine. Okay, that is really cool. For 10,000 yen, that's not bad for if you're really curious. I'm just curious who's gonna buy this, because like with these really out there ideas, they kind of don't make very good figures. So we'll see if anyone buys this. Let me know what it's like. It's very interesting. And up next we have Arknight Scotty Wave Rider WR04 version complete figure pre-order from Good Smile Arts Shanghai for 24,800 yen. So we have a nice little Scotty figure. I don't know if I never played, well no, she did have a beach version when I played, but it wasn't this one, was it? No, she just had Alter and the regular one. So this one wasn't out when I played. But I like to see, I'm a big fan of Scotty. I always thought she was pretty cute. I like this big, so she has her like giant hat. I like her hat enough that I would like it on her, but it's cool that a little whale, plush whale, or no, blow up whale here has it. This is like the typical like beach stand we see a lot. Done a little bit better than other ones we've seen. Her giant like weapon is also with her, but it's like put away. And her hair looks really good. She has like really big, luscious hair, and they did a good job on the sculpt here. And also, she looks very pretty from behind here. Yeah, that looks really good. Her face is the only part that's like not 100% there for me, but this is a nice, pretty looking Summer Scotty. Up next, we have Umusume Pretty Derby Ogre Cap 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Good Smile Company for 23,800 yen. And as I said with the last Ogre Cap figures, they're just not doing it for me. Like, this is very standard. This is an Ogre Cap figure, and she doesn't look bad. The sculpt looks fine, and the clothing looks fine. Everything looks fine, but it's just fine. I wanted a little bit more. I want to see more pizzazz with these Umusume figures. I want to see more like dynamic poses and dynamic shots instead of her just almost T-posing. But all the parts of it look decent to fine, but the sum of it is a lot lower. So yeah, not the biggest fan of it. We'll see more Ogre Cap figures though, and before TMO gets one. And up next is Umusume Pretty Derby Mighty Ken Ten Hauser 1/7 complete figure pre-order by Fat Company for 27,640 yens. We in the business just call her Mambo. Alright, so this one is like a little bit more dynamic than Ogre Cap, and also has a little bit more going on with her outfit in general. I think that's also maybe a downside to Ogre, is just her outfit's very basic, but Mambo here has like her outfit just has is pretty and a lot bigger, and she's got this big like ruffly jacket part, and she has different poses, really capturing her cuteness. I think I'd have her in this one myself, and I like this one a lot more than the Ogre Cap one. She just looks really cute, and you can even have her without her hat, but who would? Yeah, I like this pose a lot. She looks really cute. Still not like 100% perfect on the sculpted figure, but I just like a lot of what's going on here more than Ogre Cap. And continuing with the Cinderella Grey figures, we have Anime Umusume Cinderella Grey Berno Light 1/7 complete figure pre-order by Fat Company for 17,080 yen. So this character doesn't race, so it's understandable that they don't have the most dynamic pose, but it also leads their figure to being a bit boring. Also, something about it doesn't look super Burno to me. It is Belno. I don't know, she just kind of doesn't 100% look like what she looks like in the anime. So I put this more in like the Ogre Cap category, where I'm not super impressed. And yeah, just I think they can do a bit better. Even though Belno is really hard to do because she doesn't do a lot. She's more of like a manager than a racer. Continuing with the Cinderella Grey. Well, this one's not labeled Cinderella Grey, even though she is in Cinderella Grey. We have Umusume Pretty Derby Sakura Chiyono 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Kotobukiya for 20,900 yen. I put this one in between like Ogre and Mambo. I think the sculpt on her is a little basic, but I do really like the outfit, and I like the blending of the leggings into her leg there. It doesn't really look like leggings, I would say, and more like a tattoo, but it doesn't look bad. This is another character where they could have done something really cool and dynamic. She has a really cool scene in the show, and I wish they incorporated that into her. But yeah, the other parts just don't look like an actual. They look more like a tattoo than actual clothing. But oh well, I do like the little green stamp. But yeah, this is another. Want to see more dynamic stuff, but it does look cute. And up next we have the Idol Master Cinderella Girls Mika. This is Mika. I didn't even notice that at first. Jogasaki Halloween Love Nurse version 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Alter for 31,140 yen. Okay, I think this looks pretty great. I like Mika a lot. She's one of probably my top 5 Idol Masters. I like this flirty expression she has, and this big chair with all like the different like accoutrement for a nurse. The sculpt looks really good. Her hair looks really good. Her face looks excellent. I just love the entire vibe of this outfit and the frills in different places. This reminds me of like the old Idol Master Love Live Alter figures. I don't know, this looks really good. It's a nice looking Mika. And up next we have another shampoo figure, TV anime Ranma 1/2 shampoo 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Kotobukiya for 18,810 yen. I think I like the shampoo figure I saw last time a bit more. Not last time, I can't remember if it was last time or a couple times ago, but it's very simple. They have like this delivery container and some fried rice. She looks really cute and pretty though. But very, very basic. That fried rice doesn't look 100% like fried rice, but oh well. It's pretty simple, but pretty cute. And it's also not a bad price. Up next we have another Snafu one. My teen romantic comedy Snafu Yukino Shita light novel volume 6 cover illustration version 1/6 complete figure pre-order for 19,800 yen. So like the last Snafu figure, Snafu has very basic designs, but I think I just like this one a bit more. I just like the big scarf and like the winter jacket, and you got your little guy here and she's holding the bag. It's just like, it's got a lot of mood to it. Obviously like it's still pretty basic, but it's 19,800 yen. And you don't see a lot of Snafu figures, and they took a very probably iconic art and they did pretty good with it. I think the sculpting looks really nice. It's just very basic design. It looks cute. And up next we have Azure Lane St. Louis Spirits in the Snow version 1/7 complete figure pre-order from Neon Max for 25,080 yen. Looks like it has some versions with or without this stuff. Okay. So she's sitting on this I don't know what this is supposed to be. Oops. I think this is supposed to be yeah, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I guess she's just sitting on this little raised bench thing. So she got a little thighs right there. Leggies rather. She got this white fluff that I don't love. She got the big umbrella, looks pretty good. I think her kimono itself looks really nice. I'm not super in love with this character design. It's very not my kind of deal, but she's got her big ahoge here. That's pretty cute. I think the sculpt and the hair looks kind of bad. I don't know, it looks very like goopy. Again, so that last figure we saw earlier, just having the flower on one side looks better than having them on both sides. Yeah, this is like all right to me. And you got the sake and the like drooping down rest of the dress. It looks good, but not amazing. Again, there's really factors I don't really like this character design again, but it looks good-ish. Not my favorite like kimono figure I've seen recently. I think the kimono figures are just kind of not doing it for me recently. I don't know what it is. Up next we have the Fate Grand Order Beach Queen Morgan 1/7 complete pre-order by Aniflex for basically 40,000 yen. So this is kind of like that Miku figure we looked at the other day, where, I guess the other month, we got these giant support poles all over the place, and on this kind of clear white stand. The thing about this one is like there's so much going on that the support poles almost look like they're supposed to be kind of just part of it. But I also still don't love it. Kind of works though. It's because it's just like this structure behind her that you just wouldn't work without the support poles, but it also doesn't look good. And I wish they did something else with the bottom of the base here. They could have just made this like a marble base or something, or a different color than clear plastic, and this would have looked so much better. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna look at her herself, and she looks fine. There we go. Very like washed out Nasu looking face. Her hair looks good-ish. I like all the blue going on in the figure. Probably just her design, but it works for me. Something about like this part right here, I don't like the sculpt of it. I think it's maybe just the angle of like her top there that looks a bit weird to me. I don't know what it is, but I do like the outfit, and she looks very like regal and tall, but I don't know, just right here, just around her chest, it looks weird. I don't know what it is. And her leggies are very long. I'm glad they didn't have to put a support pole on her foot there, but it's probably because she's held up by everything else. Yeah, this one's kind of a miss for me, but they definitely tried something. Up next we have Gurren Lagann Yoko and Yoko M Tank complete figure pre-order single shipment from Proof for 33,000 yen. This does not have a scale, so yeah, I have no idea how big this. I can look at the millimeterage, but size approximately 250 milliliters. So yeah, this is pretty big, but it's not to scale. Okay, I really like her face here. It looks very, very like Gurren Lagann. And the pose is like equally ridiculous, and her little like hot pants looks good. Yeah, that's a really, I love that face there. And her hair is like being like big and Yoko-y. It's great. I kind of dig this. I still don't really have like a visual. Looking at something that says 250 millimeters, I still don't really have a good idea how big that is. But I think she looks really good. Like I just love that face. But that's very expensive, and I don't super love the tank sniper thing she's on. I can't remember where this comes into play. But everything else about the figure is good. Maybe just a little bit higher price than I would think it should be. I would pay for this with like a different stand, and she's not on this kind of gaudy looking sniper tank. But oh well. And that's it. Thank you for watching another episode of Rice's Reviews. September was pretty crazy. There's some really interesting wild figures there. Some hit, some missed. But overall, figures in a good place. I do want to shout out one more thing. I'm just gonna do this right now, but my holy grail got a re-release. Basically the number one figure I want. I didn't buy this when it came out because I was kind of like unsure about how it would look in real life with like the backdrop and this little clear plastic part here. But I saw this in real life at the Amiami store in Akihabara, and I was like, wow, this figure looks so good in real life, and I'm really glad it got a pre-order. So we have this pre-ordered, and I'll I'll have this eventually. I'm really excited to have probably what is the best Flandre figure on the market. I love it. I can't wait for this to be here. Just super, super good. So I'm gonna have a lot of Gothic vampire figures this next year, because I also have a Shinobu coming. But and also Remelia, her sister, also got a re-release, and I think it also looks really good, but I just can't afford to get both. Even though I do think it looks wonderful, and I probably should get it to go with her. But a shout out to Remelia as well, because they look, these are such sweet looking designs. Okay, but anyways, that little tangent aside, have a great week, and I'll see you around.